Hello, this is Bill Gavieri. I'm a film critic for New York Magazine and Vulture, and I'm very pleased to announce that on Thursday, October 1st, I will be leading a virtual seminar on Stanley Kubrick's beloved controversial horror film, The Shining, for the Coolidge. There's a lot to talk about The Shining. It's one of those films that everybody has an opinion on, and sometimes it seems like everybody has their own interpretation of it. In fact, there's a whole separate movie, like a movie that actually came out in theaters, entirely about different people's interpretations of The Shining. We'll talk about that. And this is a great time to be talking about The Shining in general, at a time when so many of us feel like we've been stranded at home. Some of the film's more peculiar atmospheric qualities really resonate in striking new ways. One of the most fascinating things about The Shining itself is that when it first opened back in 1980, a lot of people hated it. The studio thought it had a huge flop on its hands, and many critics did too. The movie was even nominated for some Razzie Awards, and to be honest, it took a while for the film to be recognized for the horror masterpiece that it is. It's interesting to see how this film's reputation grew over the years, so much so that it is now considered one of Stanley Kubrick's greatest achievements, and indeed one of the scariest horror films ever made. What changed in people's perceptions of The Shining? Why did it go from being considered a disaster to being one of the all-time classics of its genre? We'll talk about all of that. One person who definitely did not love The Shining very much when it came out, or even afterwards, Stephen King, the novel's author. King famously hated the liberties Kubrick took with his work. But when we look at some of the differences between the book and the film, I think we'll understand not only what drew Kubrick to this material, but also why the film remains so terrifying and so powerful all these years later. As for the details, here's how it works. Sometime before October 1st, you'll have to go to coolidge.org and sign up for the seminar. Then you'll get to download a lecture by me about the film. We'll all watch the movie separately on whatever formats you have available for you. And we'll gather together on Thursday, October 1st at 8 p.m. to discuss the film on Zoom. I'm really looking forward to it. This is a movie I've been obsessed with ever since I first saw it at the age of 9. So I hope you'll join me and see you soon.